What's going on, YouTube? Thomas L here. With The Mule opening this week, since it's directed by Clint Eastwood, I decided to do a top 10 list of my 10 favorite Clint Eastwood directed movies. Because he's an amazing actor, but he has a really good, impressive directing resume list. He's a talented director. I mean, he won an Oscar for direct. I think he won 2 Oscars for directing, if I'm not mistaken. He's a really good filmmaker. So, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Clint Eastwood directing movies. Coming in at number 10 will be the 2014 film Jersey Boys. Now, this movie is based on the Broadway show and is about Frankie Valli and the fourth season. Of course, they've done songs like "Walk Like a Man," do, 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 do. They're a good group. This movie I really liked. It had some really amazing music here. The dude plays Tommy DeVito. He was good. I mean, he wasn't as good as Joe Pesci when he played Tommy DeVito, but he still played the role pretty good. The dude plays Frankie Valli. The actor's name is John Lord Young. He was pretty good. I mean, they actually brought the actors from the Broadway show to star in the film. I thought that was maybe even cooler than when Clint Eastwood brought real life heroes to play themselves in 1517 in Paris, which I also kind of dug. I know I'll talk about that later on, but anyway, Jersey Boys it was a really good musical. I mean, it's not like the best music of all time, nothing like that, but it was pretty decent, and like I said, it had some good music, good performances. Heck, Christopher Walken is in this movie. Such a good film. Coming in at number 9 is the film Sully. Now, this is a movie about Sully Sullenberger, who became an American hero after landing the plane after a group of birds, hover over the plane. This movie was really good. I mean, it starred Tom Hanks as the role of Chelsea Sally Sullenberger. It even had people like Aaron Eckhart, Laura Linney, Anna Gunn, Michael Rappaport was in this. So pretty good, performances. And Tom Hanks as the role of Sully, I thought worked perfectly. He really embodied the role of Sully. And Clint Eastwood directed Tom Hanks really well here. I mean, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out Sully yet, give it a go. It's really good. All right, coming in at number 9 is Gran Torino. Now, this is the movie with that soon to be classic line that Clint Eastwood made. Get off my lawn. I mean, he's pretty much a grumpy old man in this movie. Clint Eastwood, I loved him in this. He also directed himself in this as well. This was before The Mule. This was actually the last time he directed himself in a movie. He directs himself pretty well. I mean, even Clint Eastwood's son, Scott Eastwood, was in this movie as well. He actually worked with his kids a couple of times on screen. But Gran Torino is a really good movie. If you guys still never seen Gran Torino by now, check it out. It's really good. I mean, it turns 10 this month, believe it or not. Boy, want to feel old there? All right, coming in at number 7 is the boxing movie $1 Million Baby. Now, Clint Eastwood actually plays Hillary Swank's elderly trainer. Clint Eastwood, I believe he won a Oscar for this, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, the movie won Best Picture. I'm pretty 100% sure. I think it won Best Picture. Oh no, it didn't win Best Picture, but it got some nominations and all. But It was really good. I mean, it was a really good boxing film. Hilary Swank, she won her Oscar for this. I definitely remember that one. Morgan Freeman was good. You even had Mike Coulter way before he did Luke Cage. Really good film. All right. Coming in at number 6 will be the Western Unforgiven. Now, this one, is a classic Western. It starred the likes of Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman. It's a really good film. It's a good Western, good performances. If you guys haven't seen Unforgiven, check it out. It's really good. Coming in at number 5 will be Mystic River. Now, this is kind of like a kidnapping drama film. Clint Eastwood, directed it. It also starred the likes of Tim Robbins, Emma Russell was in this, Sean Penn. And it was based on a book by Dennis Lee Hanna. That's his name. It's a really good, intense thriller. It had some pretty good performances in it. Eastwood did a good job at directing. I mean, this movie should have won Best Picture at that Oscars. I mean, all due respect to Lord of the Rings, but the winner here should have been Mystic River, in my opinion. Coming in at number 4 will be American Sniper. Now, Bradley Cooper as the role of war vet Chris Kyle was an amazing performance. Bradley Cooper played that role really well. I mean, he scored a Best Actor nomination for American Sniper. He even had Sienna Miller. A few good actors was in this. American Sniper is a really fantastic film. I remember when the first trailer got released for this. That was one of the most intense scenes I've ever seen in a trailer. When Bradley Cooper was trying to point his gun at some kid, like at the kids and woman there, and if you guys go back and watch that teaser, it's a really intense teaser. And this movie is probably one of Eastwood's like highest grossing film. It got released back in December of 2013, but then they I think 2013. But then they had it open wide in January. Best move. I mean, if it had got stood if this movie had stood, kept its release date on that month, it probably wouldn't have done well. Glad they moved this to January, moved its wide release in January because it's definitely deserving of that money. It was amazing. And like I said, this movie was intense to watch at times. And I mean, heck, I haven't even really seen the movie since it got released because it's a good film. It's just it's not an easy watch. Coming in at number 3 will be Sudden Impact. Now, this one's had Clint Eastwood back as Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry is an iconic character that Clint Eastwood played. It's as iconic as when Stallone played Rocky or Bruce Willis played John McClane. This is an iconic character. The first Dirty Harry movie wasn't directed by Clint Eastwood, but he ended up directing the sequel to Dirty Harry. I really loved him as the role. Do you feel lucky? Really good line. I mean, Clint Eastwood has some interesting lines back in the days. But yeah, I mean, Sudden Impact is really good. All right, coming in at number 2 is Play Misty for Me. This movie was a really weird film. I mean, it got released in the 70s, and it was actually Clint Eastwood's first directing film. It's a good film. It's, Clint Eastwood was pretty good in it. You even had Donna Mills. She was amazing. Of course, Donna Mills was in that show, Knots Landing. Yeah, I know classic shows, but anyway, Play Misty for me is a really good film. I mean, if you guys, I mean, the movie got released in 1971, and like I said, it was one like his first feature, and he did a really good job with his first feature film. All right, coming in at number one is the Western classic Outlaw Josie Wales. Clint Eastwood does westerns well. He did a really good job with Outlaw Josie Wales. He both starred and directed it. It's such a really good western. I mean, it features blood brothers in it. And I mean, you had Sandra Locke, who worked with Clint Eastwood lots of times. Actually, I always keep wondering if they were ever married. I got to check that, but anyway, Clint Eastwood, did a really good job at directing Outlaw Josie Wales. He had a good performance here. Really decent film. I mean, it got released in the 70s, and I think it's a western that still holds up today. It's really good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for my 10 favorite Clint Eastwood directing movies. Let me do the quick rundown. Number 10, Jersey Boys. 9, Sully. 8, Gran Torino. 7, Million Dollar Baby. 6, Unforgiven. 5, Mystic River. 4, American Sniper. 3, Sudden Impact. 2, Play Misty for Me. 1, Outlaw Josie Wales. Now, I gotta say, his recent one, 1517 to Paris, I know that movie got loads of hate. I don't care. I know it was a really good film. I mean, it is a little odd that he, cast like the real life heroes to play themselves, which I admit the acting wasn't top notch or anything. But I still thought it was a really decent film. He has some other good directing stuff. He did Letters from Chujima. He did Blood Work. Didn't care for Hereafter, that Matt Damon and Bryce Dallas Howard movie he did years ago. Pale Rider is a classic. The Bridges of Madison County he directed. High Plains Drifter, another western. Invictus, which had Morgan Freeman as Nelson Mandela, that was pretty decent. He did A Perfect World. Flags of Our Father with Ryan Felipe was pretty decent. Space Cowboys, J. Edgar. He did a lot of good stuff over the years. Oh, Bird, with Forrest Whitaker was pretty good too. But let me leave it to you guys. What are your favorite Clint Eastwood directing movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is Thomas L. signing off.